56.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Ms. Jackson Lee of Texas. At the end of the bill, before the short title, insert the following. Section, none of the funds made available by this Act for Department of Energy, Energy Programs, Science may be used in contravention of the Department of Energy Organization Act 42, United States Code 7101 et sequitur.
Pursuant to House Resolution 743, the gentlelady from Texas and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from Texas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I also want to thank the ranking member, Ms. Capter, her staff, and the chairman of the subcommittee, Mr. Simpson, and staff and others, because we have been working hard. I want to emphasize that this is an amendment that was approved and adopted in an identical form on April 29, 2015, during the 114th Congress as an amendment to H.R. 2028, the Energy and Water Resources Appropriations. I do this amendment because I do believe it is extremely important. If you travel around this country, whether it's Silicon Valley, whether it's NASA, whether it's dealing with energy resources, renewable and otherwise, you realize the importance of science, technology, engineering, and math. 20 years ago, Mr. Chairman, on February 11, 1994, President Clinton issued an Executive Order 12898 directing federal agencies to identify and address the disproportionately high and adverse human health or environmental effects of their actions on minority and low-income populations. The Department of Energy seeks to provide equal access to these opportunities for underrepresented groups in STEM, including minorities, Native Americans, and women, which means that we need the professionals in these areas to be able to assess the various impacts, environmental impacts on the minority community. But more importantly, we also need our organizations such as historically black colleges and other colleges to make sure to include opportunities for minority and women students. They make up 70% of college students, but only 45% of undergraduate STEM degree holders. This large pool of untapped talent is a great potential source of STEM professionals. As the nation's demographics change, I think it is imperative that every year we emphasize in the various federal agencies that we need to provide and extend opportunities for minorities in science, technology, engineering, and math. Just earlier today, I had the opportunity to visit with Scott Kelly. One would call him the miracle astronaut, spending over 300 days on the space station. Space station was the entity built some years ago when I was on the Science Committee. But to realize that a human being tested himself to stay an American, making history. And so I believe science, technology, engineering, and math commemorates and celebrates the giant work of Scott Kelly, but it produces more Scott Kellys. I applaud the Energy Secretary Monique's commitment, which will increase the nation's economic and competitiveness and enable more of our people to realize their full potential. So I would ask my colleagues to support this amendment as it has been supported in the past, to again, through this legislation, emphasize the importance of science, technology, engineering, and math. With that, I reserve my time.
The gentlelady reserves. Who seeks time in opposition? Seeing none, the chair recognizes the gentlelady from Texas.
I'd be happy to yield back, asking support for the Jackson Lee amendment.
Gentlelady yields back. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentlelady from Texas. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.